Good morning, my friends. This is Becky. Welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, working very hard to get my poop in a group. To do this, I have been working on my financial, my mental, and my physical health, and today's video is going to be a financial health video. Today is Friday, the 14th, and I am going to be budgeting out my paycheck and a little bit of rollover plus a itty bitty bit of cash back from one of my credit cards today. If you are new, welcome. I'm super excited that you are here. I hope that you are able to take some of this information and use it in your own budgeting journey, or if you're just interested in what other people are doing and you're being nosy, that's cool too. I hope that you find this entertaining and you enjoy it anyway. And if you are not new, thank you so much for coming back and following me and supporting me and giving me ideas, even if you just shout them at the screen and you don't ever type them into the comment section. I appreciate you and I love you and thank you so much for being here with me. Speaking of comments, y'all, I know that I am super behind on comments. I have just not felt like being on YouTube the last week. I don't know what's been going on with me, but in the evenings, I haven't even logged on to do anything, not even watch videos. I haven't done anything. I watched a couple of videos. I did get a little bit caught up on my creators that I enjoy watching. Most of them, not all of them, but I just haven't felt like watching videos. I just haven't been doing it. I've been listening to books, which is awesome. But you will see that I spent a lot of my fun money on Audible because I did buy more credits. So I go through phases where I just don't listen to anything. I don't read any books, and all I want to do is watch YouTube. And now I'm in I don't want to watch any YouTube videos. I just want to listen to some books. And I think that's from being on the cruise, where I was cut off from the world and I couldn't really watch any videos and I could only read. And now I'm in my reading mode, which is not bad, but I need to get back into my YouTube because I have videos I need to get caught back up on. I did close out March's budget. I just have to film that closeout. I do have it closed and reconciled, and I have all the pages filled out for you. And I know that I have a request to do the closeouts, so I do have to film that video. Hopefully I will get that done this weekend. Maybe tomorrow morning. We're supposed to go to the Renaissance Fair tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to happen until tomorrow afternoon. Which I'm not super excited about going in the afternoon. That's when it gets super busy and hot and crowded, and it's not my favorite time to go, but that's when the friends that we're going with can go, so, and I want to go with them. So that's the plan for tomorrow, so maybe I can get it filmed in the morning. Also, I don't have any plans this evening. Maybe I can do it this evening, but I'm going to be honest, and I just started a new book last night, and I probably won't because I want to listen to that book. Just being honest. Anyway, sorry. I know I'm very behind on my comments. Also, hi, it's Becky. I talk a lot and it's 7:37 and I have to be to work in 23 minutes. So, and I actually have quite a bit to get through today. I'm going to try to not go into as much detail. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people really like the detail and I can't help myself but from going into detail sometimes. So, I will try to not go into as much detail, but you will probably still get it. So without further ado, I'm going to shrink myself up into, well, that corner, and we will get started. So if you are new, or if it has been a while and you need a refresher, what I do is I am paid bi-weekly, meaning every other week, for people who don't know, because some people don't know that, but I budget weekly. Excuse me. And that is just a choice that I made because it works better for my brain to have $50 a week for dining out instead of $100 for 2 weeks, because my brain sees $100 and spends it. Where if it sees $50, it spends that, but then I only have to wait another week before I have another $50 instead of waiting 2 more weeks before I have another $100. So I've decided to break it down into weekly goals. It took me a little while to figure that out, but I did figure out how to make that work for me. I will attempt to find the playlist. It's not really, I don't have its own playlist, but I will attempt to find the videos where I was figuring that out and link them. But it might not be today. If you're watching this today, the 14th, it might not be in the description box, but I will try to go back and find those videos and link them. So if you come back in a couple of days, they should be in the description box. And I will link the weekly video figuring it out videos. Okay, so what I do is every week this money is my paycheck. This money is last week's rollover. Since I budget weekly, but I'm only paid bi-weekly, I have to roll over the money that's left over from week to week. Otherwise, I won't have anything to budget on the non-paycheck week. So like last week and next week, I wouldn't have any money because I didn't have a paycheck. And then if I get any cash back from my credit cards. So what I do is I try to pay my credit cards off every week if I can, which I can for all of them except for a very few exceptions. And those are all interest free that I knew I wasn't going to be able to when I made a decision to make a large purchase, knowing that I would be able to pay them off by the end of the interest free payment period. So that everything that has accrues interest, I pay off at the end of every week. So anyway, what I do is every week I give myself $50 for dining out, and that may sound like a lot, but that's what works for me. I did not spend it all last week, so I still have some of that left, $18.24. So the week before I went over, this week I had some left. So that's just the way it works. And I am going to leave that in there because I am going to the Renaissance Fair tomorrow and I'll probably eat something there, and food there is more expensive. So that $18 will probably be just swallowed up in the price of one item of food at the fair tomorrow. Groceries, I give myself $75 a week. I did go very slightly over last week. I covered it with something else. But that is because we ran out of things and I needed to cover. I don't have time to go into detail, but I have a really hard time. Nathan and I split groceries, and if he's not with me and I go to the store to pick something up, I will pull my groceries out, like, because I'm gluten-free, I have celiac. I will pull my groceries out and pay for them separately, but the food that I know I can't eat, I feel really guilty pulling that food out and paying for it with his card if he's not there to like specifically say, yes, I want to pay for this separately. And so I end up always paying for my food separately and then splitting everything else down the line. So like I paid for Pop-Tarts that I can't eat. I paid for Raisin Bread that I can't eat. I paid for cereal that I can't eat. And if he were there, he would have pulled them out and paid for them separately. But since he wasn't there and just gave me his card to pay for half of the groceries, my brain doesn't feel comfortable doing that. And we get home and he's all like, why did you do that? But that's just the way it works. So I ended up spending a little bit extra on groceries. He might put it into Splitwise. I don't know. He said he would, but he'll probably forget. So I'm just going to go ahead and budget it as if I'd already paid for it. That's just me being me. That's not anything on him. That's 100% on me being, well, he's not here to tell me specifically that he wants to pay for this. And so I'm not going to charge his card for something he didn't specifically authorize me to charge his card for. So fun money, you'll see I did spend a bunch of fun money because I bought the Audible 3 extra credits because I found a book series that I really like. I'm really into sci-fi, and time travel is like, I love time travel, and I found a series, if you're into time travel, found a series called St. Mary's Chronicles, which is apparently quite old, so other people probably really already know about it. And I started listening to it, and I listened to the very first prequel, which apparently was written much later, and then I listened to the first book with my credit that I had, and then I bought 3 more credits, and I'm now listening to the second book in this series. I really like it, so we'll see. You know, sometimes you get a book or 2 into the series and they're not as good, so I don't know if I'm going to continue to like it because I think they're up to like book 14 or something, so I don't know if it's going to continue to be as good for all of the books, but right now I like it. $10 a week for fun money. I was looking forward to spending fun money at the fair, but again, I don't know that I really actually need anything at the fair other than food, so... and I'll just use that for dining out. I would have used fun money, but since I spent my fun money and I have extra dining out money, I'll just use dining out money to buy food at the fair. Ecclesial expenses. I am not going to put anything into ecclesial expenses this week. We found out last week that they double booked the room this week, the one that we normally rent, and so they are not going to be charging us this week. So because we're not going to be there, we're not going to be there, so they won't charge us. And then next weekend, they're going to comp us as a sorry for double booking the room on us, and we can't have it. So we're not going to be there this weekend, so I don't have to pay for it. And then next weekend, they are not going to charge us for it, just as a compensation for having double booked it on us this weekend. Because I still have a friend in Dallas. I have they're family friends, people I've known not my whole life, but most of my life, who are going through some family trauma right now, loss of a family member, and they are with that family member in a hospice. And I decided to use the money for this week's ecclesial expenses to not Venmo, Uber won them some food up in Dallas. I'm in the Austin area, so I can't bring them food, but I sent them some food, and so I decided to use the money that I would normally put in my ecclesial expenses this coming week, and sent them some food. So I put extra money in giving last week, and I just figured I'd cover it with my ecclesial expenses for this week. So I'm not putting any ecclesial money. Normally I would put $60 in here. It's not getting anything this week. I did put money in it last week, and I did use it last week. It is a paycheck week, so I am putting $50 into gas. I did empty gas. I did not use it all, but I used it to cover the overspending in groceries and household. Self-care gets $25 every paycheck week. Pet expenses doesn't need anything. It gets filled once a month. Household normally gets filled once a month, but y'all, I ran out of everything this month. I have already gone over by just a little bit because I needed toilet paper. I needed Clorox wipes or Lysol wipes or whatever. I buy the HEB brand. I normally would buy the knockoff brand at Sam's Club. I don't have Sam's Club membership anymore. I have a Costco membership. I went to Costco to buy them. They only have Clorox. It was $20 for the wipes. I went to HEB. It was $14 for the wipes. I bought them at HEB. Well, it was 14 like 90s. It was 15 bucks. I bought them at HEB instead of at Costco. So sometimes I really miss Sam's Club. It is the only reason I switched from Sam's Club to Costco. If you're new and you missed my whole debate of whether I should switch from Sam's Club to Costco, I prefer Sam's Club. I think they have better deals. I think they have the scan and go in their app, so you don't have to stand in line. I just prefer Sam's Club. But Costco has so many more options for gluten-free that once I was diagnosed with celiac, I really had no choice but to switch to Costco, because I have to have the gluten-free. It costs more, like the membership costs more and the products cost more at Costco. Overall, like sometimes you're going to find them in there the same. Sometimes the Costco is going to cost a little bit less. Sometimes it's going to cost a little bit more, but overall, I feel like I spend a lot more at Costco than I spent at Sam's. I definitely spend more time there because I have to stand in line, but I don't know. Anyway, they just don't have the gluten-free options at Sam's that they do at Costco, so I had to switch. But forgot why I was ranting. Oh, household items. So I ended up going to HEB and buying the wipes, but I still need to I buy Swiffer dusters. I'm out of those, and I have to have those with my dogs and my cat. Like I have to dust my house at least once a week. I really should do it more often, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I do it at least once a week, and I have 2 Swiffer dusters left. That will not even do one room in my house. And then I buy the mop things as well. So I need more of those. So I am going to be putting another $50 in here. I don't think I need another full 50, but I'm just going to put it in here just because I know I need more things for my house, and I don't have them, and I have to buy them. I don't need anything else in budgeting, though I do think I am going to buy a couple more stickers. I did buy my what comes after April? May. I did buy my May stickers from Life in Envelopes. She had a sale last weekend, but I think it's over now. But you can still check out her store at Etsy, Life in Envelopes. I'll link her store in the description box below. It's where I buy all my stickers. So like for my Budget Mom book, she has a bunch of different patterns. I love them. Okay, and reimbursable. Y'all hear me talk about YNAB, which is this screen right here, every week, and I don't have time to go into detail because at 12 minutes before I have to get to work. But y'all hear me talk about what these different colors mean. Green means you're fully funded. Yellow means you have more to go. Gray means you funded it and paid it. Blue means you have more to go if you use the toolkit. Red means you have overspent. So as I said previously, every Friday I log in and pay my credit cards. Normally, what you do is you look and you see how much money you have available to pay your credit cards. I'm waiting on this one because I just didn't have time to log in and make sure this cleared and pay it this morning. I will pay it this afternoon. But you look and make sure that how much you have to pay it. I did not do that this morning when I made my PayPal MasterCard payment. I looked at how much I owed and then I paid it because I know I have that money in my checking account. But I forgot that Nathan owes me some money. And so for something that I put on my PayPal MasterCard, it was for groceries from last month, like the very last day of last month, which was technically on this budget, in March's budget, because the 31st I counted on March's budget. So I'm going to get that money when I pay rent, and he takes it off of what I owe him for rent. So technically, I overpaid what I have in my budget. So this giant red here is telling me that I have paid more than I have in my budget. And if I don't cover this, my budget is not accurate. It is telling me that I have spent more than I have money in my budget. So I have to cover this in order for my budget to be accurate. If I had paid this, if this was not a credit card, like if I had paid this on a credit card instead of paying the credit card off with this, it would be yellow. Like if I had charged something to this credit card, it would just be a yellow exclamation mark and it would say, hey, you've charged more than you have in your budget category to pay for it. Like if I had gone out to eat and charged $20 and I only had $4 in there, it'd say you'd overspent your category by $16. But I paid my credit card from my checking account and it's saying you spent $16.38 more than you say you have in your checking account right now. You got to figure out how to pull this. So this is where YNAB is so amazing at making sure you cover everything. And again, I am in the way of getting back to my budget. Fortunately, I have figured that out. So I have to cover that $16.38, which is not a problem because I caught it when I did it. As soon as I hit that button, I was like, oh, I did that wrong. That was me being in a hurry this morning. And it's not a problem because I actually do have it. So what I could do is pull it from, like, say that $18 extra I had in my dining out. I could cover it with that. So this gives you the option. It's like, hey, you've got overspending. You can cover it with from somewhere. And it gives you the categories that have money in it. Come on, Becky. Nope, that's the wrong one. You go over here. It gives you the categories that have money in it as an option to cover it with. So it's going to say, where do you want to cover it? Do you want to cover it with ready to assign, which is the money that I have available for my checks? Do you want to cover it with dining out? There's money in that category. Do you want to cover it with your groceries? Do you want to cover it with your fun money, which I don't have enough, but it would pull everything that I have? Do you want to cover it with your gas, your self-care? It's going to pull up everything that has money in it to see where you want to pull money from. It won't show you the categories that don't have money because you can't pull it from there. And then it would pull either enough to cover or everything that's in there depending on how much money was in the category. I'm going to go ahead and cover it with ready to assign. If I didn't want to do that, I could pull it from another category. Like I could pull it from dining out and then it would just pull $16.38. It would take it from that money that I was over. But I'm going to just pull it from, nope, I just did the wrong thing. I want to pull it from ready to assign. It's going to cover it. And then I'm good. Now I'm covered. That's fine. I'm just covering that money that Nathan owes me a week ahead of schedule. I was going to cover it next week when I paid rent. I'll cover it this week instead of next week. It's not a big deal. It's fine. That was my mistake. But anyway, once I did it, I went to cover it and I was like, no, because I talk about this and I've never actually had red overspending to show people how that works. So I was kind of excited that I did it. And now we're going to look at the bills that I have to pay. So again, I do my budget weekly. So this week goes from Friday today, 4/14, through next Thursday, 4/20. So I have to cover all of the bills between the 14th and the 20th. So for me, that is my OneDrive / Microsoft Ink, my HP Instant Ink. And there, while I am grandfathered into the zero charge, if I go over, I have to pay $1 for every 10 pages. So I have 15 pages for free, and then I pay $1 for every 10 pages. So if I print 16 pages, I pay $1. If I print 25 pages, I pay $2. So it's, and then I just roll over whatever. So if I print 16 pages, I will roll over the extra, 9 pages into the next month. So then the next month I'll have 15 plus 9, 24 pages. My brain is tired and I'm trying to rush. I have 6 minutes. I will roll over 24 pages to the next month that I can print for free before it'll start charging me. So now that I'm printing out this budget book, plus a handful of other things like insurance cards and run fair tickets and other stuff. Last month I printed a bunch for the cruise. I printed out the like luggage tags and the parking validation and all that stuff. I am going over and I want to make sure I have a little bit of a buffer to cover if and when they charge me. So I am going to put $10 in here this month because I just want to leave a little bit of a buffer. Planet Fitness, y'all, I actually remember to include this. This is my gym membership for the last 2 months. For some reason, I forgot to include this membership when I was doing my budget ahead of time. Audible, again, is an every other month membership for me. I only get a credit every other month. I got a credit last month, and I will get a credit next month. I do not have a credit coming this month, which is why I went ahead and did the 3 credits, because like I said, I'm on a reading kick. And that is it. That is all I have to pay out of my once a month bills. And then my Saver One card, which is the credit card that I have my cruise stuff on, I am going to be making my $100 minimum payment. Again, the minimum payment for this is only $25, but I am paying $100 a month minimum. And then whatever is left at the end of the month as my snowball, that's what I'm paying off until this card is paid off. This is a no interest financed card, and I am going to be aiming to pay this card off by the end of July before the interest kicks in August. That is my goal. And I believe that is it for bills. OneDrive, Planet Fitness, Audible, Saver One, and then reimbursable that I just added today. That is it. Everything else comes out of my next check. And then I have 2 savings challenges that I am doing. I have a 52-week challenge that I know I say this every single week. I do it backwards and forwards, which means I do the first week of the year and the last week of the year. I am doing this and it works out to be $53 every single paycheck, which works very well for my budget. And then I have my baby Joe, which is my great nephew. He gets $1 a week because that is his age. He is only 5 months old, but I am saving his age, which from 0 to 1 up until he's 2, I'll just save $1 a week. They did do a gender reveal last week for his little sibling. If you're new, my nephew and his wife want 4 babies, and they want them all very close together, and they are not wasting any time. And baby Joe is only 5 months old, and he is already going to be a big brother, and they did a reveal last week, and they're having another little boy. No announcement on the name yet. I don't know if they've decided on a name. So baby Joe is going to have a baby brother, Lord willing, around November, same time as he was due. So he was born October 31st. He was due in November, but he was born on October 31st. So we'll see what happens in November, what baby Joe's little brother's name is going to be, and if Aunt Beck starts a second savings challenge, I probably will, because $1 a week is not a lot of money. When there are 4 of them, we'll see. And when they start to get older, we'll see, because $1 a week is not a lot, but $20 a week sounds like a lot. So we'll see. Anyway, y'all, I have 3 minutes left, and we did it. So what I do is I take this money that is left, this $1,597.67, and I put it down into the weekly breakdown. So this is what I am going to be budgeting week 4 with next week. So I'm going to take this $1,594.67 plus Seth is my friend that I have a car financed in my name for him. And I know I saw a comment about that as well, and I will respond to my comments this weekend. That is my top goal. I will respond to comments this weekend. So y'all, if you have commented, I promise I'm not ignoring you. I am so sorry that I have not responded. I saw them. I responded mentally. I love you, and I am sorry that I haven't responded to you. I just have not logged in to respond or to watch videos or to do anything, and I am so sorry. Um, but yes, what I will do is I will take this money, I will put it here, and then when Seth pays me for his car, I will put it here as well. And then next Friday, Lord willing, we will put this money up at the top and budget that out for the 4th week of April. That is the plan. It is 7:59. I have to go to work. I love you. Thank you so much for sticking with me and watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And if you are enjoying this content and you're interested in seeing more, please hit that subscribe button and coming along with me, y'all. We are like 929 subscribers. We're so close to 1,000. And at 1,000, there's going to be a giveaway. So if you subscribe and you're one of my subscribers, you can be a part of that giveaway. All right. I love you. I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. And I will talk to you later. Bye.